Hey guys, before we start with this episode, if you have any questions about real estate, whether you're looking to rent, buy, sell, or invest, please reach out to us in our bio. We'll have a link there so you can reach out to us. Thank you guys. Enjoy the episode.
For real though.
For real though?
For real though.
For real though.
For real though.
Hey, y'all for real though?
Hey, welcome to the For Real Though Podcast with your host, Albert Cantu.
And Davin, Keeley.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That sounds about right. Every time they say Davin, Keeley, that's the first thing that people start to do is fall asleep.
It's like 11 o'clock at night.
I know. It's crazy. I can't believe we're here.
Can you tell
this.
them why we're here?
Yeah. So a couple of days ago, we were recording a show. And we were down to like the last 3 minutes of the show.
Oh my!
And all of a sudden, all the power just went off,
and we lost.
Everything. So
sucks.
we had to come back in here and do another show just for you because we're so dedicated to our listeners. We said, you know what? We've got to get back in that studio and get them what they want.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do, because we're recording another episode, here's a bonus episode.
It's a bonus episode.
Yeah. So you get two episodes this week.
Two for the price of one.
There was no price. It was free.
There was no price. It was free. But
yeah.
You know what I'm saying. Like, it's a BOGO.
It's a BOGO. We got a BOGO.
Buy one, get one. Yay. So I want to talk about this because everybody is blowing up this comedian's name.
Oh my gosh.
Place.
I'm getting off Facebook, guys.
Why?
Because my whole feed.
Oh, I know.
Well, it's funny because I'm like so sick of it. Matt Rife.
You know, here's the thing.
He's good looking.
That's what it is. And you know what's funny?
And he's funny.
It's a problematic tour. It's called the Problematic Tour.
Oh yeah,
and it's
so problematic.
Sales just went on. I mean, tickets just went on sale on.
They're
June,
all sold out.
July.
Almost,
yeah,
right?
like he's selling out like big time. But anyway, he's announcing this big tour, and he's basically selling out really quick. And his name has just really become, something you're seeing all over the social media and internet right now. It's basically they're saying that his ticket sales are crashing the internet in a symbolic twist that represents a real life manifesto from his Ashton Kutcher World Tour announcement video where life imitates art. So in this, he introduced the World Tour, but he used Ashton Kutcher in that commercial. Like it was like a tease to let people know, and Ashton Kutcher played along with him in this tease. But since that came out, people like ran to the internet to start to find out where these tickets are going to be sold.
And my social media is just flooded. Yeah. And it's probably because I'm jealous.
You're probably jealous because he's way better looking than you. He's in way better shape than you.
Oh yeah,
he's a lot funnier than you.
He's a lot funnier. Than you.
You know, he's just
wait till we talk
better.
about the next topic, and I'll make fun of you.
He's just way. You know what? I wish this was the Albert Cantu and Matt Rife show.
You would do so much better.
I'm kidding. I would never trade you in, Davin.
I think you would for
you're
him.
My Matt Rife. No, but I mean, I think it's crazy, though, because you're right. He's all over the internet. And I've watched a lot of his clips, and I always feel like his comedy is not really like relatable. I shouldn't say relatable comedy, but he doesn't talk about relatable topics. What he does is he does a lot of what you call crowd work. And if you're sitting somewhere within the first 3 rows in front of Matt Rife, you're gonna definitely get a conversation with him, and he's gonna make fun of everything.
In a way, that's like the best type of comedy because there's some comedians that do the same jokes.
It's true. You know, if you go from one tour to another tour, you're gonna hear the same thing.
Yeah.
Over and over
So if you look at videos, it's all the same jokes.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
So what he'll do is he'll like point out people in the audience and then go off of that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there was one episode where he talked about the boots, and he said, "Oh, those are nice boots," and he said well, they're snake boots, and he asked what kind of snake it is, and they said python. And he says, "Oh, you're not wearing any of them grass snake." What do you say? See, I couldn't be Matt Rife.
You can't be Matt Rife.
I can't be Matt Rife at all.
It was hard to find a clip because most of his stuff is like very long.
Yeah.
And it's all crowd work. So,
it's crowd work.
And you can't see it. So
you can't see it and we couldn't really hear the audience. Like it's like he's asking questions, but you couldn't hear them. Anyway.
He's been a comedian. Well, he's been a comedian for 11 years. Since he was 15 years old.
Yeah, no, but he's from television. So he's
Yes.
also an actor.
Yes.
I thought you put something on your Facebook. You said I think I have a chance now because they showed you took you had a picture of
that
his
was
teeth.
me.
His teeth were
Yeah.
like he had like a little gap in his teeth.
He got veneers.
Yeah, he got veneers, and so now of course he's already
His
handsome.
jawline is
He's already handsome, and then
Yeah.
he went and got veneers, so now he's even more handsome. So really, I would say probably about 85% of that audience is made up of women that are coming to see him.
Did you hear the crowd?
Yeah,
it
it's
was
all ladies.
It was all,
and they're all getting dressed up, and they want him to see
like
them.
I want to see from his perspective, like
Yeah.
being on the stage and looking down and seeing all their eyes looking at him, right?
I wish that would happen to me, but that
I know
never does.
they
Nothing.
never look at me.
I had one woman spit on me for no reason. You're ugly. Oh man, this is funny. The world tour though is titled the Problematic Tour, and they've added more shows to accommodate his fans after a pre-sale ticket fiasco, including long wait lines, wait times, and inflated prices, mirroring the Ticketmaster disaster in recent.
Yeah, he's the Taylor
months.
Swift of comedy.
Right, during the pre-sale tickets events for Taylor Swift's tour. So general tickets are going to go on sale. They started on Friday, June 9th, and multiple shows have already sold out. There is still a small window of time, though, if you want to purchase pre-sale tickets with the code MATTIX, MATTIX is what they're saying.
Okay.
I guess if you use that one here. Anyway, the tour kicks off in July and ends in Europe in late October. This is a long tour. July.
Did you see all the dates?
July, August, September. Oh, wait, that's only 4 months. Why did I make it?
No, but
In my mind, it was like 10 years.
Yeah, but did you see the picture? Like it's a
Oh,
full
yeah.
list.
It's a long line. So guess what? He's coming to San Antonio.
Yeah.
And people are pretty excited.
Is
but
it
I've
already
seen
sold out? It's gotta be.
I don't know if it's sold out or not yet, but he's going to be at the Majestic Theater. It is going to be happening on November 9th. Matt Rife, if you are a big Matt Rife fan and you've been watching any of his stuff on the internet, now's your chance to go see him live in person. Sit in the front row because he's going to pick on you.
I know, right?
Wear the weirdest outfit you can. Look as strange as you possibly can. 'Cause
Would
he's
you do
gonna
that?
I would just because I would like to just interact. Like it'd be funny though.
That would be pretty
Because
fun.
I have a good sense of humor, so I think I wouldn't get offended by anything he said about me. I'd be cracking up the whole time.
Right.
There's some women that have gone in there where he has picked on the women, and I've watched them, and they get kind of upset. And it's like, you came to a comedy show.
Yeah.
You know his style of comedy, which is to crowd. What did you call it?
Crowd work.
Crowd work. Don't come if you're gonna be offended.
Yeah.
Like just stay.
Like
home.
he called that lady Wednesday.
Yeah, he called
Right,
the girl
yeah.
Wednesday. And she didn't get it, but he was making fun of her hair.
Yeah.
And the way she was dressed. She was dressed in black.
But then again, he's making fun. It's not
Yeah.
making,
yeah,
a mockery of her.
yeah. It's not like he's. Well, is it a funny form of bullying?
It's just pointing out the obvious.
Maybe, but would some people look at that and say he bullies the audience?
It depends on your perspective.
Because when you're in school and kids make fun of you in school in front of other students to make them laugh.
Albert, where's your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you pick that to be an example? Really? That's hilarious. See, I would be laughing if that was the case. Oh, that was the case. I would be laughing. So,
Yeah.
But you're right. So in my mind, I think you've got to have a really good sense of humor, and you've got to be able to go to these shows with a very open mind, and don't bring your politics and your
Right.
Your snowflake kind of attitude where you're going to be just offended by everything. Just stay home then.
Yeah.
Because there's no sense in coming in. Anyway, Matt Rife coming to San Antonio November 19th at the Majestic Theater. Go and get your tickets as soon as you can.
Didn't you go see a movie over the weekend or so? Or no, during the week.
I did. I went to go see a movie during the week. We'll talk about it real quick because we're going to be going to break in a bit. But anyway, I went to go see The Boogeyman.
Was it actually good?
Ooh, yeah, it was really good. So it's
Was it
based off
better
of,
than the other movie? The other horror?
Evil Dead Rise
Yeah.
that we went to go see? Yeah, I mean, it's still,
Oh, really?
It had the same kind of. Well, okay. I went with my aunt, right? My aunt Yolanda. We went, and
Yolanda.
my aunt Yolanda. She asked me if that character that I played was named after her. And I
That's
said,
why you haven't done it in forever.
No.
You're offending.
No. No, I told her that my character Yolanda had nothing to do. I just picked Yolanda because when you're saying like a Mexican style, it's very Mexican.
It's like
Yolanda.
It's like Linda.
Yolanda.
Right,
See,
Linda?
like that to me is how, you would say Yolanda.
Yeah.
But anyway, she went with me and she was cracking up because, dude, I'm telling you, like I scream and jump
We just
every
talked
time.
about that.
I know. So there wasn't very many people in the audience though. But anyway, I screamed and jumped a lot of times. So it was pretty scary.
Oh, good.
It was the little. I don't know if I should tell y'all, but not. But
Little Mermaid?
It's not the Little Mermaid. I was gonna say the Little Monster, but.
Oh, I don't even know.
There's a monster.
I haven't
It's
heard-
the Boogeyman. So it's based on the Stephen King short that he produced. So they took it and created it into a movie. It's kind of a remake, really. But they, obviously it looks better, and the creature that they're using is real creepy. But
Oh, really?
It was a lot of dark moments, a lot of the jump scares. Like, do your jump scare that brum, like that thing. There's like a sound. Yeah, that one. See, like when stuff like that happens, like I'll scream when I hear that.
Yeah.
And at the
Every time I press that, you jump.
See?
That's
But anyway, it was really good. So it's called The Boogeyman. It's not really, it's not breaking box office or anything like that. But it's scary. If you like scary movies, go see the Boogeyman.
I feel like we're in that season because it's summertime. There's gonna be a lot of good new movies coming.
Yeah, I would think that they would save a lot of these scary movies for October.
Right? Isn't
But
that
you know what?
interesting?
There was a gosh, I wish I would have remembered. I saw a preview. Oh, The Nun.
Oh, there's another one?
There's another one coming out. And that one I screamed, and it was a preview.
Oh
and I
my
screamed.
gosh.
And so my aunt Yolanda was laughing, like she couldn't stop. She goes, "Quit screaming because you're scaring me."
And you're like, we're gonna go see that one.
Yeah, so we said we want to go see that. There's that one, and there's another one about Dracula being on a ship, and it looks really scary. So those are going to be good. So I don't know the names of them, but they're going to be really good. Hey, we got to go to a commercial break though.
All right.
And when we come back, we're going to talk about lip syncing and why I do it all the time on TikTok, but apparently back in the
Early 90s.
early 90s, it wasn't accepted. So we'll talk about that when we come back. Stick around.
The window source of San Antonio.
Do you have single pane windows?
Is your home dusty?
Are you tired of spending too much money on energy costs?
Does your home windows have broken seals?
Can you hear a lot of the sound pollution from outside?
Then guess what? It's time to get new windows.
At the Window Source of San Antonio, they offer the best replacement windows on the market today and a simple payment plan that makes it easy for you to get the windows you need without breaking the bank.
It's simple. Just fill out the form on their website and they'll schedule a free, non-obligation estimate.
Decide on the windows you want and then get them installed.
Plus, take advantage of the Window Source of San Antonio super deal. 0 down, no payments until 2024. That's right. Install now, pay later.
So if you're ready to update your home with energy-efficient replacement windows, call the Window Source of San Antonio today at 210-742-4867 or go to windowsourceofsa.com. All right, welcome back to the For Real Tho Podcast with your host, Albert Cantu.
And Davin Keeley.
Okay, so, I have my TikTok page, and if you haven't followed my TikTok page, you need to follow it. It's at Albert Cantu with the number 2 on the end. And I lip sync a lot of songs. People really like the songs that I'm picking because they're relatable songs and they grew up with them. And
How did that start? Musically, right? Musically was that first app before TikTok, and you could lip sync songs and do videos of like trending topics.
Yes.
And then TikTok just took the world by storm, even like during the pandemic.
Oh, so during the pandemic, that's when I started TikTok back in 2020 because I was bored. And I saw everybody else kind of playing on it. And I thought, you know what, let me see what this is all about. And so I looked at it and I could see that you could pull music and actually use music without getting in trouble. And so
Which is weird because it's in China, so they don't have
Yeah.
to follow the copyright laws
Right.
like how you do in the US. Isn't that interesting?
Exactly. So when I saw that when I saw the library of music, I was like, oh my God, there's a lot of songs that I love.
How do they get away with that?
I don't know. That's kind of weird. But anyway, that's how it started for me. And then one day, I decided to lip sync a song, and then I thought, oh, I like the song so much. I've sang it so many times in my head. I could lip sync this super easy.
What was your first video doing like that?
You're gonna laugh at me. My first lip sync song.
Yeah, because you're known for that on TikTok.
It was a Justin Bieber song.
Really?
Yeah, if you go all the way to my page and you go all the way down,
Were you wearing a hat and stuff?
I was wearing
Yeah.
a hat, and I put on there, I'm going to embarrass my kids. And it was a
Oh.
song from Justin Bieber off of his Habitat or Habitual album.
Okay.
And how do I know all this?
That's-
That's weird. I'm a believer.
Yeah, you are.
So
That's
anyway,
how it all started.
I thought the album was so good though, but I like that song. And anyway, I lip synced that one, and then I started getting into my R&B classic
Yeah,
stuff
go
that I
into
like.
the things that you like.
Yeah, like Whip It Good, not
Yeah.
Whip It, Let It Whip, and then Brick House, and all those other songs. And then eventually, people were like, "Oh, can you do this song? Can you do this song?"
Yeah, you get like requests all the
You
time
know,
now.
my last one that I did, Evelyn Champagne King, Love Come Down.
Yeah.
Ooh, you make my love come down. So that song is such a great song, and it just gets people in the great mood. So I like to pick the songs that I think people are going to relate to.
People actually think that you're singing
Some of them
which
do.
I have there's no logic in that statement.
that doesn't-
They're like, you have such a good voice. Wow, Albert,
Albert, you can sing so good. I've
you sing great.
I had one
and it's like
person-
Whitney Houston.
I had one person say, "Albert, sing something for us," and I'm like, "I can't sing." They're like, "Yes, you can. We see your
but
videos."
I see it all the
I'm
time.
like, "I'm lip syncing." No, you're singing.
Isn't it crazy
I'm
that
like,
lip
"No,
singing
I'm
is
lip-syncing."
like okay now?
It is okay now. Back in 1990, though, it wasn't so much for Milli Vanilli. So, if you guys remember, Milli Vanilli was the famous pop duo group that came together that were singing songs. They were a big hit. People loved Milli Vanilli so much so that people were dressing like them. They had the braids with the band. And I was also, there's a couple of songs that I really liked from them. I didn't like everything they did, but I liked a few songs, and they were very big popular
Because
hits.
they were like hyper pop, right?
Yeah, they were R&B, but they were also pop.
Yeah.
So, they kind of appeal to a lot of the audience.
I think it's because like the studio created them.
It was, and this was under the guidance of Clive Davis. And as we know, Clive
Yeah.
Davis is the founder of Whitney Houston. He was
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. But this is where this gets really interesting, though. When you talk about Clive Davis and you talk about Milli Vanilli, there's a gentleman that was about 9 years old or 6 years old when this all happened. Well, he decided 30 years later, 3 decades, to come back and do a real deep dive as to what happened and how did this get to a point where everyone was believing that they were really singing, and then all of a sudden it just blew up, and everybody found out they were faking it.
And even when you look at that performance where that tape, like that recording when they're singing,
Yeah.
quote unquote, singing live, and it just keeps repeating and repeating.
Oh.
And then he starts dancing and like trying to just like get through it. It's really not that bad.
It's not, but I don't know what.
But I'm looking at it from the vision of like 2023 looking back. But back then it was just like, these guys are fake, like shun them. Like they
got like back in today's world, we call that culture canceled. They got canceled back then.
like insanely canceled.
Yeah, people were just upset. So it's been more than 3 decades since this is gone, or since more. What am I trying to say here?
Girl,
More-
you know it's true.
I know. Can you lip sync that part for me? More than 3 decades have passed since his name is Rob Pilatus and Fab Morvan, together and forever known as Milli Vanilli. They took the world by storm, but they fell faster from grace.
I know.
Than they could have
very
ever.
fast.
They were a 6-time platinum debut album in the U.S. with "Girl, You Know It's True," and their #1 single. Trio of an American Music Award and They won an American Music Award and Best New Artist for the Grammys.
Wow. That's a lot.
Before it was revealed that the duo had not sung on the album, an epic level of public humiliation ensued as the duo were compelled to return their Grammy, and nearly everyone who worked with them pleaded ignorance, often disingenuously. So, there's a gentleman by the name of
Luke?
Yeah, Luke Coram, who directed the new Milli Vanilli documentary.
Yeah.
So this documentary is coming out, and it's premiering on in the Tribeca Film Festival. He was just 7 years old during this 18-month long real life drama, which basically tragically took Pilatus's life. He basically overdosed in 1998, and I think that they talk about how this was over the years. He got depressed because of the humiliation.
I don't think people realize like how substantial, like they were the butt of every single joke.
They were. And Kareem says here, he goes, "I'm a child of the 90s." And he explains that the doc, which premieres at the Tribeca Film Festival on June 10th, which was this past Saturday, the story always fascinated me, he says. He goes, "I had just seen a YouTube video of Morvan's talk at the Moth. And at the end, he sang with a beautiful voice, and I thought, wait a minute, he was supposed to be a talentless fraud. So
They were talented.
They could sing, but did the did the record producers make them? Did they make them lip sync?
You said it was
the
Clyde
music?
Davis, right?
So this is the funny part right here is that he says here, he goes, I felt the story had been reduced in a popular culture to a headline. He goes, so I started digging through the various layers, especially the human aspect, he continues. I wanted to tell us a very personal story, not only of Rob and Fab, but everyone involved in the Milli Vanilli and how it impacted their lives. So he goes on to talk about they went out and they asked questions to different record companies, Arista Records, the executives, and then, of course, they also reached out to Clive Davis, who has decided that he's not going to speak about it.
Well, he said that he thought that they were singing.
Yeah, he says he had no idea that they were not really singing on this record. So I don't know how you can be be the CEO of Arista Records and not know that the talent is not really singing.
Your Grammy award-winning talent is not singing.
Yeah. There's another gentleman by the name of a former anonymous executive. They all basically admit that the label, and by the extension, the famously micromanaging Davis himself, Clive Davis, knew about the fraud very early on and declined to knock the gravy train off the trails. So it says Davis appears in this documentary from a 2017 interview, and a rep for Davis did not immediately respond to their request.
Do you know what's crazy? Is it's 30 years, right?
30 years.
But here's the problem. Like, we're in a time where AI is now singing songs.
Right?
And look
And
at
people are okay with it.
and people love it
Yeah. You could take Drake's voice and have him sing a Michael Jackson song,
easily.
and everybody's like, great.
Yeah.
This is good. This is so cool.
It's not real.
Yeah, it's not. Me lip syncing on TikTok is not real. I'm mimicking.
But
I'm
people
pretending.
look how big it is.
Yeah.
So it's really unfortunate that he lost his life.
I
and
feel bad for him. I'm wondering what the other guy's doing to this day. But anyway, this would be a very interesting for them to see how they
it's closure.
dig to. Yeah,
That's what I That's why I wanted to talk about
Yeah.
this, because I feel like it's closure to like a group that did not deserve the hurt that they got in the 90s.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, because they're human beings.
Pobrecitos.
I know, what the heck.
Pobrecito. Girl, let me gonna say.
Girl, you know
it's true.
I don't know the rest of the words.
Oh, I love you.
Is that how it is?
Yes. You see, this is why I lip sync.
Oh yeah, no, that is true. There was a sample.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm hoping that they'll be able to close this story, and people will see that this wasn't really all their fault. I don't think.
Well, speaking of like singing.
Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta pause this. I don't know why this started.
Well, speaking of singing.
Yeah. Speaking of singing, did you watch? You didn't watch it. I know you didn't. I don't even know why I even ask you this. America's Got Talent. So American Idol's over, and so my family is not going to see me.
Yeah, you're on to the next thing.
My family has been missing me for the past 3 months because of American Idol. They're going to miss me for another 4 months now because.
Do you do
America's
Britain's Got Talent or anything like that?
I watch those like on YouTube and stuff like that. I might watch a little bit.
Oh, you
of
just
that.
clips?
Yeah, just clips. But the America's Got Talent, I'm watching the whole season, and of course. Yes, this week was the second show or episode 2 of season 16.
Did you even watch episode 1?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. But this episode, I liked it more because I like the girl that came on to sing.
Okay.
And she's really, really good. So if anybody watched the show, there was a young girl. She was 17 years old, and her name is Putri Aryani, and she is a 17-year-old girl from Indonesia. And anyway, she came onto the show, and she's blind. And you're not going to expect for her to be able to belt the way she does. She's her talented singer. She says they asked her, what do you want? What do you hope to be when you get older? And she says she wanted to be a diva, just like Whitney Houston, and eventually win Grammys. That was her goal.
Oh, dang.
And then her other goal was to finish high school. And
she should join Milli Vanilli.
Yeah. And then she says after high school, she wants to go into the Juilliard, the School of Music.
Oh, okay.
Juilliard. So she's got these ambitious goals, but she's also got a very, very great voice. So I wanted to play a clip so you can hear how she sounds.
Let's go for it.
So just to kind of help you, see this, or not see this, but kind of tell you where we're at in this video. She had already sang one song up on stage, and
Simon came to her.
Simon came up, and after she did the first song, he went up to stage, and he asked her to do a second song. He liked her voice so much that he asked her to do 2 songs instead of just 1.
And even the other judges were like, why are you doing
Yeah,
another
why
you
are
didn't
you
like
asking her to do this one?
Yeah.
You didn't like the first one?
Yeah.
So, Sofia Vergara was like, amazed by it. So anyway, turns out, okay, well, let me just play this.
It's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it over? Oh, it seems to me. Sorry seems to be.
Dang.
The whole crowd just at that end note just completely shut up. Yeah, that was really good.
That's how you know when you're really good, when the audience is so
like gas.
quiet, like there's like, I'm going to say, like, when I watched this at home, God, can't believe I'm going to share this with everybody, but you know me, like if I watch
Don't
something.
tell me you cried.
I got a little teary because I could.
During both songs?
Not during the first one, more of this one.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time because I just didn't want to miss one note. But it was really, really good. And so anyway, she got the golden buzzer. Beep. They hit the buzzer. And
Who did it?
Simon. Simon loved it.
No.
Simon's going.
Because I want Steel Panther to win, but there's no
you
way.
remember we talked about Steel Panther?
Yeah, there's no way now.
Well, because she's blind. She's 17. She's good singer.
But here's the thing: is like for this show, what's the point of winning?
You have your own Vegas show, so you get
Is that
a Vegas
show though?
That's a Vegas show, and I'm gonna
Steel
go.
Panther is a better Vegas show. 80s,
Yes,
rock.
80s rock. You're right. It is.
That's what I'm saying. Is like
they're good, but
remember I told you that, like, that's always the thing I don't like about these shows, where it's like this really great magician or something like that is like has been working for 50 years and then out of nowhere a 7-year-old like girl,
a little opera singer. I can't. I was trying to do opera. I was trying to do opera, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
Winner.
Yeah, but it's like, and then they have to stand next to each other and see who wins.
Yeah.
And the magician or whatever
Pobrecito.
is like has been working his whole life just to get beaten by a 9-year-old. That's what sucks.
I like her.
But it's not really like a Vegas show.
She's already going to the semifinal shows. So once you get the gold buzzer. Once you get the golden buzzer, you get to go straight to the final.
She wins. Wait, do all the golden buzzers win?
No, they don't. So once all the golden
Every
buzzers,
year, so golden buzzer, right?
golden buzzer can still
There's
lose
5 of them?
after the semifinals. So you could be a golden buzzer, go to the semifinals, and still get knocked out.
Has there ever been a year that no golden buzzer choices have won? Really?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
So it's just a moment that, like, this was a moment right here is what it is. She could come back, at the end and sing a song and sound crappy and not win.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah, she is
I'm pretty good. Anyway, if you want to find her, you can find her on YouTube. She is her name is Putri Ariani, and she was on America's Got Talent, and it was really good. She's Simon. Every judge gets to hit the golden buzzer.
Even
So last
Terry?
week's episode, yeah, Terry even gets it. Last week this year, or this season rather, the audience gets to pick one golden buzzer.
Oh,
so they
interesting.
did that. They did that last on the last show.
With who?
It was a choir, some choir that came
cool.
on. Yeah, they hit the golden buzzer. So he said, "I'm going to give what the audience wants," and he hit it.
Yeah.
And so Simon got his, and therefore it goes on from Sophia.
See,
Howie.
I always look at the logistics of things, like a choir. How would they win? Because
I don't know.
Because
I'm
are
telling
they
you, it's like
are they
a
all going to
moment.
move? Are they all going to move to Vegas?
Yeah, like, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
just-
It's a moment, and
Yeah.
we're just feeling it at that point in time. But is it a Vegas act? Is it a true Vegas
See-
act? I don't think so. Magicians do really well on this show, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, there's been a couple of great ones already.
Yeah,
that
because
have been on there.
that's money for these
Yeah.
hotels.
I always like those magicians, and I also like those big groups that do like the jumps and the swings and they're flipping and-
Acrobatic.
yeah, like I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know which one I really hate?
Can I
hate-
guess? Can I guess?
What?
Is it the archers or like the dangerous stuff? Oh, the sword.
No, I like those.
You like the sword? And
Yeah, I like all the dangerous stuff. I hate when they bring out animals. I hate animal tricks.
You don't like animals.
I love animals, but I don't want to. I'm not going to go to a Vegas show to see a dog.
Do you remember that
hop
girl?
on his
Wait,
lap,
wait.
on
Do you
his
remember that
legs and
girl?
jump through a hula hoop?
Do you remember that girl that lived in her
Oh,
car?
and I hate ventriloquists too. I don't like that. I'm done with the ventriloquist.
It's because you're a dummy. You hate ventriloquists?
I mean, I don't hate. That was kind of strong.
Do you remember that little
I shouldn't
girl
have said
that won?
hate. I just
She was a
don't care
ventriloquist
for it.
with the little rabbit?
Yeah, she's doing really good though. She has a show in Vegas, and
So I have a question. Do you remember?
shouldn't say
Do you remember
hate,
that girl that she was living in her car, and Simon loved her, and she had the dogs that they were doing all the
I
tricks?
remember that,
So you
yeah.
didn't like the dog? or-
no, I didn't like that. I don't like dog tricks.
You just like singers.
I want singers. I want acrobatics.
Singers
and,
should stay on American Idol.
And,
Why are they on America's Got Talent?
Because that's a talent. Singing is a talent.
Yeah, but it's on the wrong show. That's not a Vegas act. Unless they're Michael Bublé.
Oh, Michael Bublé.
You know what I mean? Like
like
where
Michael
it's
Bublé.
like I see that being like a huge like Steel Panther is perfect for Vegas. Come on, the Strip.
Yes, people would love that shit.
But like little girl that sings, you know, she has a great voice, but wrong show.
Yeah. Okay.
Ugh, I don't know. I feel I'm just jealous.
Well, yeah, because
This is a jealous podcast.
Yeah, I know.
I don't look like Matt Rife because I'm not funny.
You're not good looking.
I can't sing.
You don't have a good body.
Nope.
Nothing. Just God, get out of here already.
You know, speaking of getting out of here,
We do got to get out of here. It's been over 30 minutes now. All right. Well, yeah, this has been fun.
it's been great.
It has. I'm super excited. All right. Well, this was your bonus show.
Yay! Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yep. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.